to Wave ASMR. So today we are gonna be doing a cozy theme ASMR. So the fireplace is actually not real. It's like a mini one, except this wood right here is just fake. It's just for decor, and the heat comes from the top from here, and it's like really warm. But yeah, I'm gonna be reading a book while chewing gum, and the book is called Wish, and it's from Barbara O'Connor. Okay, let's go ahead and start reading. Also, it says, with a little luck, you can get what you wish for. Wish. Chapter 1. I looked down at the paper on my desk. The Getting to Know You paper. At the top, Miss Willoughby had written Charlie Maine Reese. I put a big X over Charlie Maine and wrote Charlie. My name is Charlie. Charlie Maine is a dumb name for a girl, and I have told my mama that about a gazillion times. I looked around me at all the hillbilly kids doing math and their books. My best friend Alvina told me they would be hillbilly kids. You will hate it in Kobe, she said. There's just red dirt and hillbilly kids there. She had flipped her silky hair over her shoulder and added, I bet they eat squirrels. I glanced at the lunch boxes under the desks around me and wondered if there were any squirrel sandwiches in them. I looked back down at the paper in front of me. I was supposed to fill in all. I looked back down at the paper in front of me. I was supposed to fill in all this stuff so my new teacher could get to know me. On the line beside, describe your family, I wrote, bad. What is your favorite subject in school? None. Listen to your favorite activities, soccer, ballet, and fighting. Two of those favorite activities were lies, but one of them was the truth. I am fond of fighting. My sister Jackie inherited Daddy's inky black hair, and I inherited his fiery red temper. If I had a nickel for every time I ever heard the apple don't fall far from the tree, I'd be rich. Daddy fights so much that everybody calls him Scrappy. In fact, at this very minute, while I'm stuck here in Colby, North Carolina, surrounded by hillbilly kids, old Scrappy is back in the country jail again because of his fondness for fighting. And I don't need a crystal ball to know that at this very minute in our house in Riley, smack dab in the middle of the day, Mama is in bed with the curtains drawn and empty soda cans on the nightstand. She would stay in that bed the livelong day. If I was there, she wouldn't care one little bit if I went to school or stayed on the couch and watched TV and eating cookies for lunch. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. That social services lady said when she rattled off a list of reasons why I was getting shipped off to this sorry excuse for a town to live with two people I didn't even know. It's just better to stay with kin. She told me Gus and Bertha are kin. What kind of kin? I asked. She explained how Bertha is a mama's sister and Gus her husband. She said they didn't have use its staying feet on the ground, is what I thought about that. You need a stable family environment, she told me. But I knew what she really meant was you need a family that's not all broken like yours is. Still, I whined and argued. But here I am in Colby, North Carolina, staring down at this getting to know you paper. Have you finished? Charlie Mang. Miss Willoughby was suddenly beside me. My name is Charlie, I said, and a greasy-haired boy in the front of the class let out a sputtering laugh. I said one of my famous glares his way till he blushed up and turned red. I handed Miss Willoughby the paper and watched her eyes dart back and forth as she read it. Her neck got splotchy red, and the corners of her mouth twitched. She didn't even look at me before she marched back up to the front of the room, and she dropped that paper on her desk like if it was a hot potato. I slumped down in my seat and wiped my sweaty palms on my shorts. It was only April, but it was already hot as blazes. You want me to help you with that? The boy in the front of me pointed at the math worksheet on my desk. He had red hair and wore ugly black glasses. No, I said. He shrugged, took a pencil out of his desk, and headed to the pencil sharpener. Up, down, up, down. That's how he walked, like one leg was shorter than the other, and he dragged one foot along the floor so his sneaker made a squeaky noise. I glanced at the clock, thinking I had missed 11:11. I have a list all the ways there are to me. A wish like seeing a white horse or blowing a tangleline. Looking at the clock at exactly 11:11 is on my list. I'd learned that from some old man who owned a bait and tackle shop out by the lake where Scrappy and I used to go fishing. Now that I miss 11:11, I was going to have to find another way to get my wish for that thing. I hadn't missed one single day of making my wish since that and the 4th grade, so I sure didn't want to miss one now. Then Miss Willoughby nodded toward that red-headed boy, sharpening his pencil, and said, Howard, why don't you be Charlie's backpack buddy for a while? Miss Willoughby explained that when a new kid comes to school, their backpack buddy shows them around and tells them the rules till they get settled. Howard grinned and said, Yes, ma'am. And that was that. I had a backpack buddy, whether I wanted one or not. The rest of the afternoon creeped along so slow, I couldn't hardly stand it. I stared out the window while kids took turns bragging about their social studies projects. A misty rain had begun to fall, and dark gray clouds hovered over the tops of the mountains in the distance. When the bell finally rang, I tailed it out over there and headed for the bus. I hurried up the aisles and dropped into the last row. I kept my eyes on a piece of dried up chewing gum stuck to the seat in front of me while I sent laser dots zipping and zapping around the bus. Do not sit next to me, do not sit next to me, do not sit next to me. If I had to be stuck on a bus full of kids, I didn't even know. I wanted to at least sit by myself. My laser dots seemed to be working, so I took my eyes off the gum and glanced out the window. That redheaded boy with the up-down walk was hurrying towards the bus, backpack bouncing against him with every step. When he got on the bus, I quickly looked back at the gum and set my last laser dots out again. But that boy didn't waste a minute shuffling up the aisle and plopping himself right down next to me. Then he thrust his hands out at me and said, Hey, I'm Howard Autumn. He pushed his ugly black glasses and added, Your backpack buddy. Now, what kind of kid shakes hands like that? No kid I ever knew. He kept his hand there and I stared me down until I couldn't help myself. I shook hands with him. Why was he fighting it? He said. I shrugged. There was no telling why Scrappy was fighting. Besides, there were probably a bunch of other reasons he was in jail, but nobody ever tells me anything. Cousin Bertha told my mama you were coming. They go to my church, and I gave them a cat one time. Howard said, a scrawny cat, gray cat, that was living up under my porch. Then he went on and on about Gus. Taught him how to make a slingshot and how sometimes Bertha sells bread and butter pickles by the side of the road in the summer. How his mama drove her car right into the ditch beside Gus and Bertha's driveway one time, and Gus pulled it out with a tractor, and then they ate barbecue sandwiches in the front yard. You'll like living with them, he said. I'm not living with them, I told him. I'm going back to Raleigh. Oh, he looked down at his freckly hands in his lap. When my mama gets her feet on the ground, how long does that take? I shrugged. Not long, but the knot in my stomach told me that that was a lie. The worry clutching at my heart told me my mama might never get her feet on the ground as the bus pulled out of the parking lot and headed toward town. Howard rattling off a list of school bus rules: no saving seats, no gum, no riding on the back of the seats, no cussing, a whole mess of rules that I was pretty sure nobody paid any mind except maybe Howard. I looked out the window at those sorry sights of Coalboy, a gas station, a trailer park, a laundromat. Wasn't much of a town if you ask me. No malls or movie theaters, not even a Chinese restaurant. Before long, the bus was making its way up the mountains. The rain had stopped, and wavy plumes of steam drifted up off the asphalt. The narrow road curved back and forth and round and around. Every now and then, the buses to let some kids off. At a beautiful looking home with a red dirt yard, we were almost to Gus and Bertha's when the bus stopped and Howard said, "See ya." Another younger looking redhead boy got off with him. I watched them make their way across the weeded-filled yard to see their house. Bikes and skateboards and footballs and sneakers were scattered from the front towards the road. A garden hose snaked from a tipping faucet to a hole in the yard. A small, dirty-faced boy was dropping rocks into the hole, sending up splashes of muddy water. Howard waved as the bus pulled away, but I turned my eyes back to the dried-up gum. When we finally got to Gus and Bertha's long gravel driveway, I got off and watched the bus drive away, making the rain-soaked Queen Anne's lace bob at the edge of the road. I was starting up the driveway when I noticed something shiny in the dirt at the edge of the road. A penny. I darted over and picked it up. Then I heard it as fast as I could, and made my wish quick before that penny hit the road and bounced into the woods. There, I'd gotten in my wish for the day. Maybe this time it would finally come true. Two. I dragged up the long driveway, jumping over puddles of muddy rainwater and wondering what Jackie was doing right that very minute. Probably smoking cigarettes with some boy in the parking lot of the Piggly Wiggly across from the high school. Everybody thinks my sister is an angel straight down from heaven, but I know better. When Cousin Bertha's house finally came into view, I you had for